Around Northampton and a Few Flowers. That's the title of Elsa Vitols' most recent exhibit at the Cooley Dickinson Hospital in Northampton. I ran into Elsa over at the hospital, and she took time out of her busy schedule to explain to me what her photographs are all about.
Most of the exhibit is pictures of Northampton and Florence that I took within the last year or two. Most of them also were taken just as I was doing morning walks. A lot of the downtown scenes were when Northampton was really quiet in the morning, so there aren't a lot of people in it. Some places were just really interesting to me.
Elsa explains why she's interested in taking panoramic view shots.
So I'll set up a camera and I'll take several shots consecutively. But I usually have the idea that I'm not going to piece them together in one particular seamless unit. And I like to take them and enlarge them, enhance the colors, and then group them in ways that are more artistically interesting. And that's exactly what happened with this piece here, which is the Strong Avenue area, Strong Avenue and Pearl Street here. Kind of looks interesting to me because it gives this great big U shape that doesn't exactly exist on the street. And the colors, of course, are quite different from reality.
It seems to me that every artist has a reason for taking a picture. Let's see what Elsa's reason was for taking this one.
No, nothing happened to me on this
come on,
street.
Elsa.
I can't say. Let's see. I bought a tent at Gleason's, which is down here.
Okay.
I went to a tag sale at Pearl Street once, but I've never been there
For the dances?
for the dances. I'm waiting to go. And the Bay State Hotel, I think I had lunch there once.
Elsa tells me that she's been a Northampton resident for 45 years, and that many of these pictures have special meanings to them. I had the opportunity to find out just what those special meanings were.
The same morning that I was standing up by what used to be called the Depot Restaurant and taking this picture of Pearl Street, I then went around over to what is now the Union Station Yard. And this was the train station in Northampton when I was a girl. When I was 10, my mother's family had lived here in this town, and we lived in New York, and we would come up periodically for visits, and we'd come to this train station and sit and wait for trains to come and go. I like to do reflections in windows. I like to have pictures of what is and what isn't. And I also like the mystery when you first look at a picture to say, well, gee, what is that? It kind of draws the viewer into it. But one of the real reasons I took this picture was to show the building in the background, which was the old Rahars in Northampton. Can I say, now it's years later, I had 2 illegal beers in my life before I was 21. The second was there in Rahars. So for the old timers of Northampton, I thought they might be interested in seeing it in this way.
Thank you for sharing that moment with us, Elsa. Right now, she explains to us about the first collage that she took over at Look Park.
For a couple of years, I went all through that park and I took a lot of pictures. The one that I put in this show is a collage of a woodpile that was down in the service area. And it was one of my first collages that I made using my inkjet copier to alter the colors.
Even though Elsa gets very close up on bees, she explains that she's been fearful of bees for most of her life.
I've been petrified of bees all my life, and I wanted to do these close-up pictures of bees, and I had a very kind of antiquated system of little close-up rings that I could screw on the lens of my camera, but I still had to be within 2 or 3 inches of the subject in order to take the picture. So I just held my breath and prayed that I wouldn't get stung, and it was okay, but it was an experience. This is a collage of some poppies that I saw the poppies at the community gardens this summer. Actually, I started walking up there just for fun, just to see what was happening in the gardens in the spring, and I came across the most incredible, beautiful poppies. Certain times of the day covered with dew, other times covered with bees and so on. So came across a certain bunch, looks like 3 poppies, and I took multiple pictures of them from different angles and put them together in this collage. So it's only 3 or 4 flowers all together, just shot from different angles, and the pieces tried this way, tried that way.
What's your favorite type of flower?
I'm not exactly sure that I have a favorite. I like all kinds of flowers. Last spring, in April, I went to the Amherst Orchid Show over in Hadley, and I saw the most incredible orchids. And so I did a lot of orchid pictures. The orchid picture that's in this show is from the Smith College greenhouse at Lyman Plant Conservatory. But I think orchids are fabulous. I loved these poppies. I probably have 300 pictures of poppies, all different stages.
Is that where poppy seeds come from? Is it?
Yes,
it
as a
is?
matter of fact.
Really? I didn't know that.
That's where poppy seeds come from.
Around Northampton and a Few Flowers. That's the name of Elsa's recent exhibit at the Cooley Dickinson Hospital. Right now, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy these unique photographs.